I forgot to put that track on. I'll do it now, folks. 2 minutes. Now then, people, good morning. It's an early rise. It's an early kickoff. It's time for Leeds over there versus Tottenham over there. It's time for your live lineup reactions. I hope you're doing well. Before we begin, please smash a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, get your comments in about this lineup, and get that notification bell smashed so that you don't miss any video that will be coming your way today on match day. It's time for the lineups. I'm a little bit subdued because I'd hate to say that I haven't seen it, but I have seen it, Oscar.
Do we have to do this? Do we have to do this bit now? This is just like,
man. That's what it feels like, doesn't it? Should we just?
But anyway, let's get into it.
Let's go straight through the lineup and then we'll have a chat. Eh?
Illan Meslier in goal. At right back it is Luke Ayling. Centre backs are Diego Llorente, who is disappeared off my screen. Diego is there somewhere. Where are you, Diego? Where have we gone? Where's he gone? Right, he's disappeared for some reason. Anyway, alongside Diego Llorente is... There you go. There's Diego. Disappeared there. Pascal alongside him. Left back is unchanged. It is Gianni Alioski. In holding midfield, it is Robin Koch. Keeps his place in the team. Yep. On the right-hand side, by the looks of things, again, this could be wrong, but it looks like on the right wing is Stuart Dallas.
No!
Centre mids, Matthias Klick and Tyler Roberts.
Yep.
As well, playing centre mid. Left-hand side is Jack Harrison. And up top is Patrick Bamford. I'm just going to display the full lineup there, including the bench. Bear with me 1 second, guys, which is...
I think the bench excites me more than the lineup.
yeah, it actually does. I mean, the bench there is Kiko Garcia, Leif Davis, Gaetano Berardi, Jamie Shackleton, Calvin Phillips, Rafinha, Pablo Hernandez, Ian Poveda, and Rodrigo Moreno. Now, that bench, it's worth quite a bit of money, that bench, isn't it?
Yeah, the bench is better than the lineup, bro.
Yeah, it actually is.
Yeah, it definitely is. Right, let's chew the fat. I know we were discussing it yesterday. That's the wrong one. Ignore that. We were discussing it yesterday with Phil and Chris and everyone. You know, if the lineup had Rafinha, one of or both, we'd be really excited. I know 2 players don't make a team, but they are so huge to the way that we play. Rafinha is the outlet. Calvin is the linchpin, if you want. You know what I mean? And we lack things massively when they're not in the side. Cooper as well. Big shout out, Big Rich. Yeah. I did see that Cooper's picked up a knock. So although he's back, he's picked up another knock. So you know, we're battered and bruised. We're square pegs in round holes at the minute, mate. And is there a possibility Roberts could go on the right, maybe, or do you think he'll still go with Dallas?
I'd probably prefer Roberts on the right, to be honest. He's probably got more attributes that he'd associate with someone playing out wide in this team. So, yeah, that's a possibility. I still think it'll probably be Dallas. I think it probably would be Dallas. Yeah. But we'll wait and see. It might even be Harrison on the right. Roberts goes to the left. We might switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, no, it is a bit... I'll be honest. I can't hide my emotions. I'm disappointed with that team, to be honest, because... I think I said, just before we went live, I said, hopefully at least one of them's in the team. At least one of them's in the team. But you could see, if we play like we did against Brighton that first half, I wouldn't be surprised if we see one of Calvin or Rafinha come on at half-time, to be honest.
And not only that, I thought you were going to go with a different angle of we could be 3-0 down at half-time. Because, no disrespect, but Brighton could have been out of sight, mate. And the thing is, when you change Trossard, Welbeck, Maupay with Kane, Bale and Son, they are very clinical. We were talking about yesterday about XG and the numbers that they've got, especially Son's got almost double what he should have. They have that clinicality that we speak about, Oscar. So we need to be on it today. We need big performances from Koch. We need just a better midfield performance. Obviously, we'll go through their lineup, but I'm assuming Højbjerg might be in there, Lo Celso maybe, of course, and Dembele maybe as well. So let's go through their lineup, mate. Let's have a look and see what we're up against.
1 second. Sorry, guys. Just trying to save their lineup to here. 1 second, guys.
No worries. But I guess while you're just saving that, look, I don't know if you'd imagine we're going to see Rodrigo and Rafinha come on at some point, and we need a better performance from Rodrigo, but Rafinha massively, that's the one. I think the change at half-time, depending on how the game going, is Dallas back in midfield, Rafinha come out and on the right and Click to come off. But look, I hope Click has an amazing performance. I still really, really rate him, and I think he gets a lot of unfair stick. Maybe we're going in a little bit downbeat. Let's hope the team that's out there prove us wrong and they get a win and a great performance. Remember, we're still not beaten by any of the super elite six at home. So, we've got, hopefully, we can keep that up because that's a feather in the Leeds United cap come the end of the season. I know people who have been in the Premier League for a while might go, is that your trophy? But I stand by that fact that we are the only team to not be beat by City. If we don't lose to Tottenham today, we will not have lost to one of the top six at home. That's a big feather in the cap for me, especially in your first season back. So let's hope we can keep that that run going today.
We have got the lineup now. We have got the Tottenham lineup. Let's have a look at it. So, Tottenham lineup today, starting 11. Hugo Lloris in goal, Serge Aurier at right back, Toby Alderweireld, Eric Dyer centre-backs, Reguilon playing left back. It looks like a holding two of Højbjerg and Lo Celso, Bale, Dele Alli, Son, Kane, front four by the looks of things. So they've gone for it. The bench as well. Joe Hart, Davison Sanchez, Matt Doherty, Harry Winks, Moussa Sissoko, Tanguy Ndombele, Eric Lamela, Stephen Bergwijn, and Lucas Moura. So, look, you look at it like that, it's quite strong. It's pretty, it's on the strong side, let's just say that.
Tottenham still have hopes of top four, Oscar. Leicester.
Course.
I thought Leicester were signed, sealed and delivered, but they got absolutely pumped last night by Newcastle. So there's even a chance that they could get caught. Chelsea play City today. If they get beat, then Tottenham are only 2 points out. So, of course, Ryan Mason's going to go for it, and he's certainly gone for it with that lineup. And I'm assuming Spurs fans will be licking the lips at that. I think, the only thing is we have, for me, the better French keeper. We have the real France as number one. But other than that, mate, I tell a lie. Alderweireld and Dyer. Alderweireld's not the player he once was. Eric Dyer's Dyer, simple fact. But I am concerned that the midfield of Højbjerg, Lo Celso, Dele Alli, if we're not on it today, Click and Roberts will be overrun. We've seen what Basuma did. You can't tell me they don't have capability to be able to do that as well, man.
No, absolutely. I think especially Højbjerg, I thought he was really good in the game at White Hart Lane. I thought he took control really half an hour into it, really got Spurs on the front foot, and we struggled after that as soon as he took control of the game. And I think, we know Spurs will be more front foot. I don't think you ever saw Mourinho go Bale, Ali, Son, Kane as a front four. He'd never do that. He'd want someone in there protecting the midfield, protecting the defence, as well as going forward. So they've got more attacking threat. They will create more than what they did in January. And if they're as clinical as what they were in January, we could be in a bit of trouble here. But look, I think defensively we are better as well.
Yeah,
I think the big worry for me, I'm actually going to say it's Son on the counter. I think he's just so clinical. I think everything about him is just absolutely top class. I think purely if we're going to go play to win this game, I still think we're going to play on the front foot, probably a little bit more so than what we did against Man United and Man City. I think we will go for it a bit more. There's no real pressure on us in this game now. We know that top 7 push, that top 6 push has gone in all reality. I'm pretty relaxed about it. I've got more confidence in this Leeds team than I did when we played them away from home. So I'm going to back us today. I still think we could do reasonable business. I think got some big options off the bench. The only thing is how do you get them all on? We can only make 3 subs, and there's about 4 or 5 I'd want to bring on.
And I think maybe I'm totally wrong here, but if you're chasing a game, and I may be totally wrong, but would you make Calvin as a substitution if you're already behind?
Well, it depends on how the game's going. I mean, if we're getting counter-attacks 5, 6 times in the game,
and if the game's still in the balance, but if we're 2-0 down at half time, do you still make that change? Or you're looking at Rafinha, Rodrigo, Poveda, you know?
It depends really, because you kind of look at it from that sense and say, yeah, it's not going to get us the goals directly, Calvin, but it might improve the performance enough that we start to build a bit of pressure and control in the game. So it's all guesswork, isn't it, really, mate? I wouldn't totally rule it out. I think if Calvin was on the bench against Brighton, I'd have probably brought him on, as well as Rafinha. But yeah, I think Rafinha is the one you look at off the bench. If we are behind and struggling, he probably is the one that can use that bit of magic and really test Reguilon or Aurier, whichever side he goes on, because I think it's a big game for a couple of players there. I think Klich, Malioski, even Roberts to an extent, players that took a bit of stick in the last couple of weeks. It's now their chance to really prove themselves, in a game like this. Roberts has done well in these games this season. Obviously against Chelsea, he's man of the match. A good game against City. Not maybe a little bit quieter against Liverpool and Man United, but he's looks more comfortable in these games in a weird way than he has against the Brightons and the Sheffield Uniteds of this league, for me. Yeah.
No, definitely. It's going to be a tough afternoon, I think. Even from the bench, I know we were hammering them. I think, they still have players on the bench as well, I was hammering them yesterday, just saying their squad isn't as great as what they believe it is. And I think when you compare it with other top 6 sides, it's not. But against ours, it's still, they can call on Lucas Moura, they can call on Lamela, they can call on Ndombele to come on, and we know how good Ndombele is as well. I'm surprised he's not started, if I'm honest. But I think Ryan Mason's looking at Dele Alli and Bale, Son, Kane, and it's just a case of go out there and enjoy yourself, It could be a little bit end-to-end, maybe, possibly. It depends. I mean, I'd like to see second half, maybe Rafinha and Rodrigo enter the field of play. I mean, perfect scenario, you just go, right, Koch off, Roberts off, Klich off, and put Rafinha, Rodrigo, and Calvin on.
Yeah, that is probably what we'll do. Alioski might come off at half time again. It depends. At the end of the day, I know that Brighton game. If this was the game after Man United, we'd have a totally different mindset going into this. We'd be like, Tottenham aren't as good as Man United. They're not as good as Liverpool. We can beat these today, but it's just the fact that Brighton game, where we've seen what the team's like without Calvin and Rafinha. We've actually got them off the bench this time, which is a positive. So I feel all right, mate. I don't think we're going to embarrass ourselves today.
No.
Look, if they are clinical, we could be 3 down at half time. There's no getting away from that. Anyone could be 3 down at half time. You got Son, Bale, Kane, Ali on the pitch. They score goals. It's what they do. But I think we'll at least give them a game today. At the very, very least, I'm not doubting that at all. I just think, if you're looking at it from a positive sense, we've actually got options off the bench today against Brighton. Who are you looking at from that bench other than Rodrigo, who is possibly going to have any impact on the game at the end of the day? No disrespect to Poveda, no disrespect to young lads who came on. We've got options today. That's the positive. But I just wish maybe 1 or 2 of them were starting this one. But if they're not fully fit, though, just to be devil's advocate, it's probably better to not rush him in too much, because if Calvin picks up an injury, Rafinha picks up another injury, you're thinking Calvin for the Euros. Again, it doesn't really matter to us too much, but Bielsa might be even thinking like that and thinking, from an emotional point of view. But even Calvin for the rest of the season, if he's, if he misses the next 3 games, if he started this game, wasn't fully fit, pulled a muscle, something like that, pulled something, he's then missing for the rest of the season. And so that's maybe part of the thinking. I don't know. It's all guesswork. It's all guesswork, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is, mate. You're right. And I suppose we're just eager to get them straight back in. But if they're not quite there, then, it makes sense exactly, to not risk them 100%. Let's not do that if they're not 100%.
we probably win the next 3 for me, or have a good chance of winning at least 2 of the next 3 if Calvin and Rafinha are fully fit. I think we win all 3 games for me. To be honest, to finish the season really strongly.
Yeah. No, I agree, mate. I agree. I think we just need to bounce back. Even if we get beat today, that's okay. We just need a better performance, because I think we were all on the floor really after Brighton. I know in the context of the season, it's not had that much of an impact, but I really want top 10 now, and I just want a performance, Oscar, that we know they can do,
This is quite true, though. We have been really negative on this.
We have been pretty brutal, and that's just based on the last performance. You're only as good as your last performance, and I think you'll be very hard pushed to find many Leeds fans that looked at that lineup and went, yeah. Especially when we got all into the excitement of seeing Rafinha and Calvin. But you are right. We are just being a little bit pessimistic, and you're right, we should be more confident. And when the game kicks off at 12:30, we will be, 100%. I will be, I still think we can get something. I'll always back Leeds United. I'm just less confident than if I was, like, if Rafinha and Calvin was starting, we'd be bouncing. Just is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely off the walls, mate. Yeah. If they were started, and they're still on the bench. I'm more surprised, to be honest, than disappointed. I was just thinking at least one would be on the pitch. At least maybe a Calvin might be on the pitch, because he's only missed 1 game. At the end of the day, he's only missed that Brighton game. Rafinha's been out a bit longer, but I'm just surprised, to be honest, that I guess disappointed, because obviously you want to see your very best players on the pitch at all times. So it's just the way football fans are. You want to see the very best players on the pitch.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. I agree. Right, mate. Shall we leave it there and see folks back here at 12:15?
About half an hour, guys. Less than half an hour, actually. Yeah. Back on it with the watch along. After the watch along, 2:30, we'll have the post-match phone-in show. So any Don Level members, get on it, guys. Get on it. We had a couple joined us last week. Which is good news. Some new people joined us last week. And I'm not sure what time yet. Probably around the 3:30, 4 o'clock mark. Player ratings time as well. Hopefully be 8 and 9s all round, or possibly the 10. might we get another 10? But
10's from Paddy Bamford after he scores a hat-trick.
If we win this game without Phillips and Rafinha, my words, the confidence levels going into those last couple of games and going into the summer, absolutely huge. So we'll wait and see, guys. We'll wait and see. Stay positive. Keep it locked. Smash that subscribe button. And just a quick little thing as well. If you can see that. If you can see that.
Yes, I love that.
There you go.
Yeah. I love that.
Yes.
Where can I get that?
You can get that from All These TV, mate. You can get that from... you can. Check it out, guys. Link down below. Let's get on it.
Love it. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. We will see you back here at 11:15, where we will have birthday girl Tash and a few others joining us from her home. So that's going to be interesting and going to be fun. We'll see you later on, 12:15. Peace.